Hey, it's Dan, welcome back. This is iAllegedly, and I've got a good one for you today because bad news for EVs, guys. Remember, everybody needs to be driving an EV car and it's just not working out the way that they thought it was gonna work out. There's a lot to cover today, and don't forget, like, subscribe, comment on the video, and join the email list because I got a good one coming out this week. And we have a sponsor today, Patriot Gold, and I'll talk about them later. But first things first, guys, think about this. EV car sales, you know, through the roof. Everybody needs to get one. Everybody's so happy with it. No, they're not. Now, people are getting more and more desperate to sell these. And there's a few examples. There is a Colorado dealership right now that is offering a Nissan Leaf, which is an all-electric car, for 19 bucks a month for 2 years. So here's the thing about this. $19 a month, and you get a 2-year lease. You're allowed 20,000 miles. That's it. Okay, you go over that, you're gonna pay per mileage fee that's gonna be through the roof. There's an acquisition fee, $625, and there's an administrative state fee you have to pay. That's another $695 to get the car. You can just roll it into your payment. They want nothing down. I mean, basically, it's that simple. So again, complete and utter desperation to get people to get these cars right now. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. So 15 of them, guys. Read the story below. Go get yourself an EV car. Now here's the thing, if you got it, I'm gonna go drive that thing to Florida. Well, you'd put so many miles on it doing that, you couldn't do that. And the problem with this is that it's not working out the way that everybody thought. We on the West Coast are running through a heat wave. A lot of the country is right now. But one thing about the heat wave that's kind of crazy right now is that you've got areas like Las Vegas that my friends are calling me, sending me pictures of the thermostat. You know, it's 115 degrees, 118 degrees. They're gonna have it hotter throughout the week. The problem with the EV cars is you can't charge them and use them in temperatures like that. Oh yeah, you can, Dan. Don't worry about it. Everything works out just fine. Well, Palm Springs, California, 2 days ago had 124-degree weather, which was the all-time high. And again, you cannot go outside. You cannot enjoy yourself with that. But these cars were never intended for low temperatures and never intended for very, very high temperatures. Now, here's the thing. All these rebates that went away, they're not there. They're not making these cars affordable anymore. And the state of Colorado that has that rebate, it's minimal right now for them to be able to offer that Chevy Leaf at 19 bucks a month. Again, desperation. Gotta move metal, guys. Gotta get rid of it. So that's what they're trying to do, and trying to get it as much as possible. Now, I get a kick out of things that get sent to me, and one thing that was sent to me was SK On, which is a battery company from Korea. Korean battery company steps forward and said, we're in a situation of urgency. And I had to read it 3 times to make sure they were talking correctly. But yeah, and if they don't start selling batteries, they're gonna go out of business, and the urgency will turn into bankruptcy. So we are in a situation of urgency because we thought everybody was going to be buying EV cars like crazy, and they're just not buying the cars like they thought they were. Now, read the story below because they are down hundreds of thousands of units a year right now, which gets you the point is that this guy's going a little fast in the bay right now. He's not supposed to be going that fast. Nobody's around here to kind of slow down. Yeah. Okay, bitchin'. Anyways, so that being said, it's a great video that was sent to me about Elon Musk talking about this. Think about this. In the world right now, there are 2.5 billion cars around the world. If we did a complete shift to EV cars, it would take, and we sell basically, if we could sell 1 million cars a year, it would take 25 years to have them all be traded out to EV cars. It's not gonna happen, guys. People are not going to get rid of their gas-guzzling cars. People like the gas-guzzling cars. People are sick of the EV cars and the expense of it. A friend of mine had to go to her house at a moment's notice in Las Vegas and was like, oh man, I got to get there now. Well, we were joking, you know, she's got her Toyota Corolla and she rips across the desert. And again, you know, going past the Baker thermometer, it was 112 degrees, but she did not have to deal with stopping. And she couldn't have stopped because you can't make it across the desert in a single charge with one of those cars. Now you're gonna sit there and somebody's gonna say, if you buy the Polestar, you know, Bravo with the huge battery, you're gonna be able to go and make it across the desert. Who cares, guys? It's ridiculous. China is boasting right now that they've sold 30,000 cars here in the United States right now that are all electric. Great, great. You know, the tariffs and everything on those cars have made the cars so expensive. And if there's a change in the future, in any administration, you're gonna see those tariffs go through the roof. Now, speaking of Elon again, he is happy because it looks like the government is gonna start buying Teslas from Elon, which will be a huge amount of cars. And you know, it's interesting because they just haven't been proven yet. Until you can make them affordable for the lowest economic ring of society, that's how it's got to be. And guys, I know so many people, and I don't know what it is. I don't know what it was with July 1st, but I get back and they're like, hey, I've really thought about things you've said, and we're changing everything we're doing. We're gonna get rid of the house. We're going to rent and cash out. I have friends that rent right now, and they're like, you know what? I don't want to spend $3,000 a month on rent. My son's gonna move in with his mom. My daughter's gonna rent a room from somebody else, and I could live anywhere, is what one person told me. And you're gonna see this more and more and more right now. So get ready, guys. Get ready. It's gonna be very, very interesting to see where this is gonna go. But this holiday weekend that just passed, I had so many people write me and send me receipts for restaurants, and they ate out and they were just furious with the food. And you know, when I got back from my trip, one thing that I told people is I'm gonna stop having meetings in restaurants. We're gonna stop spending this money and you know, this lunacy of a guy that goes and gets himself spaghetti and meatballs with one piece of bread, and it was $27 in a metal container. That's insane, okay? You know, a friend of mine went and had breakfast, or he had a sandwich, he had a salad, and he had an iced tea, and that was $32. So, pass. It's done. People are fed up with this. Why participate in this insanity? Eat at home, save money, but these EV cars, you know, as we get back to that, just not economically cheap, and they're not working. Now, here's the last thing with the car thing that's kind of wild. GM is getting fined $122 million right now. Think about this, because they lied about the emissions and how far the mileage is on their cars from 2014 to 2018. They got caught, they did all these tests, and with these tests, they determined that these cars do not go nearly as far as they were supposed to. Now here's the other thing, is that the cars that you have from Tesla, basically they get about 10% less than they're advertising right now. It's what people are talking about, but nobody's getting upset about that yet. It's a matter of time, guys, until they start shaking Elon down too. But GM's gonna have to pay a $122 million fine. Hello, it's a lot of money, guys. It's a huge, huge, huge amount of money. So let me know what you think about this stuff so far. Let's talk about our sponsor, Patriot Gold Group. Let's face it, guys, the Biden administration is in real trouble right now. And it's just a matter of time until the stock market decides to dump 30, 40% like all these experts have talked about. You need to protect yourself right now and call Patriot Gold today. 888-330-1431. Get yourself a hedge with what's coming. The instability of the stock market, this economy, the global problems are only going to get worse. You need to protect yourself. They have an IRA that's free for life. They got 401ks that are all backed by precious metals. Contact them today. Do it now before it's too late. The best thing is they have a free investor guide that you can get if you call 888-330-1431. It's absolutely no obligation. If you don't want to call, use the link below, fill out the form, and get all the information from Patriot Gold. #1 rated for 8 years in a row now, for very good reason. Their customer service is absolutely amazing. Do it now before it's too late. How about this one? One thing that I recommend all the time is that you have security. Cameras are great to have, and if you want, you should get a Ring doorbell cam or one other type of camera that can protect people coming to the front of your house, the back of your house, everything. Tawana Bird is a woman that lives in Charlotte, North Carolina, and her HOA said, listen, we don't approve of these type of Ring cameras here, and we're going to start charging you $1,000 a day if you don't take it down, because it's violating everybody's civil rights by having, you know, your door covered. Now, once again, single lady by herself that was like, I want to know who's coming to my front door. Every woman that I know in my life, I recommend that they get one of these cameras, and it's worked out great, okay, for them. I was with a friend of mine, okay, and she's like, oh, who's at my door, you know, and she can sit there and see who's knocking. Oh, UPS is dropping off a package. Okay, great. She knows everything. You know what I mean? So this woman got fined $1,000 a day, and then they decided to sue her to collect. Guess what? They won a $73,000 judgment. Okay, well that sucks. It's absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. So get the cameras, get a better lawyer too. Start suing everybody back. I mean, geez, it's ridiculous. But, okay, just sharing the news with you. So another one that was sent to me that was insane was these people go out and they co-sign for loans, which I always tell people, do not ever do that. How about this one? Guy writes in to Market Watch and says, hey, my grandfather co-signed for my idiot cousin for a student loan. And of course, the idiot cousin spent the money, didn't finish school, and now grandpa dies. So, you know, are we responsible for the debt? And is it going to go to his estate? Well, the other cousin wants to make sure he doesn't have to pay this guy's student loan debt. Well, the beauty of this is when you co-sign for a student loan, I guess it gets wiped out. Read the story. But again, don't do this. Don't co-sign for loans. Don't co-sign for apartments, cars, anything. The answer is no every time. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. Now, it's not all bad news for the EV cars. If you want to buy an EV car, I found the 15 best EV car deals out there. And, you know, who's got the best mileage, range, all that stuff. So you can read that below. There's a man in Chicago Heights that used to pay $1,800 a year in property taxes. They just reassessed his house, and it went from $1,800 to $30,000, a 1,567% increase. 1,567%. Hello. Okay, who can afford that, guys? Is that insane? Now, here's the thing. I tell people this. I've sat in restaurants and friends of family and say, wow, California, California, you know, we've got this thing called, you know, Proposition 13. Howard Jarvis did this in the late 70s and made it so that when I was in junior high, I'll never forget, my dad said, wow, our property taxes will never go up. And I had no idea what he was talking about until I became an adult. And now they still tried to chisel away at it and tried to knock down Prop 13, but thank God they didn't, because it makes it so it's affordable. But this man that lives in Chicago Heights, Illinois, is getting hit with $30,000. They assessed his property, said it's now worth over $1 million. He said, that's insane. But this is what's happening. I'm getting all these videos sent to me where people are going to city council meetings and saying, we can't afford this. You know, our property taxes went from $2,800 a month to 12,000. Who's got this money? And again, this is money for space. This is the money that you're seeing these municipalities have to charge people because they're not making money right now. That's the problem. These companies, these cities and these communities are just broke right now. And you know, they don't want to cut wages, they don't want to cut jobs, they don't want to do things to bring their budget in line. They want you to pay for it. That's what they know. They know how to tax you. They know how to tax you really, really well. So let me know what you think about this. If you've seen crazy property taxes like this, let me know, okay? Because we're seeing it all over the place right now. One thing that we have talked about a lot is research, and researching everything, whether it's your health, whether it's things you want to buy, whether it's advanced education, everything. You need to research it and get the knowledge to move forward. There's a guy right now, as I walk on the island, selling a bicycle. And I'm like, oh, how much is that bike that he's got there? $3,999. Wow, 4,000 bucks for a bicycle. Is that a good deal? And again, there are mountain bikers out there and people that ride on these street bikes that I have known people that have told me that they spent $15,000 on a bicycle, not a motorized bicycle, but a bicycle. That being said, what's a good deal? But what I'm telling you right now is research everything. Research, research, research. Get yourself a little educated and it will save you money and time. Whether you're getting insurance, whether you're doing an investment, whether you're doing anything, talk to people that are in the know. Don't talk to somebody selling that stuff. Get yourself some knowledge in that field and research. But that takes so much time, Dan. If I do that, I'm gonna miss out on the great deals of a $4,000 bicycle. So, okay, maybe you will. What's going to happen with this economy, and now that the realization of 4th of July being done and summer being here and people starting to cut back, is you're going to see things go on sale like you've never seen before. And you're going to see people get desperate like you've never seen before. And it's going to get worse. Now, you can sit there, and I get people that write me daily and tell me how great the economy is and that everything is good and people have more money now than they've ever had in their lifetimes, and you know, their houses are worth more and everything's great. But they're not. Business is not doing good. You cannot have a $27 plate of spaghetti and meatballs. It's just impossible from a simple takeout place, okay? Doesn't work, guys. It's too expensive and nobody can afford this right now. And when does it end? Where does it end? But if you want to buy anything, you want to buy equipment for your business, the liquidators are out there galore. They're giving stuff away. You have so many restaurants. You want to buy restaurant equipment? Oh my God, this stuff is free right now compared to what it normally is. Things are on sale right now at a record clip. So get yourself ready, guys. Get yourself ready. But do the research on anything that you want to do in your life, whether it's health related, financial, anything. Do yourself a favor and get yourself ready, okay? Good luck. I'm gonna finish the video with these last couple stories, and I found a great story about the power grid being tested in the southern states and how you could have blackouts over the course of the next 10 days. Isn't that awesome? Our government hard at work. They want to tax you to oblivion, but they can't keep the lights on in these states, or your air conditioning for that matter. It's just ridiculous. Final story is we've heard a lot about the assessments in states like Florida, and Howard Connens, great story below, was talking about how they can't afford this. This guy's 79 years old and they just got hit with a special assessment. All these different remodels and everything that they have to do in the house, including elevator remodeling and all this stuff. He's got to pay $224,000 or he has to sell his unit. Hello. He says, well, we're going to go broke. We don't have $224,000 sitting around. We've talked about this till we're blue in the face, guys. This is what's happening right now. The real estate market that everybody says, oh, it's great, everything's going to be fantastic. No, it is not, guys. It's not. And this, guys, you're going to see these condos go on sale for where it's going to be 50 grand, oh, plus another 224. You're going to see insanity over the course of the next year with these units. So correct me if I'm wrong. Please do not forget to hit the like button. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And you want to email me, hello@iallegedly.com. Sign up for the email list because we got a good one coming out. And people are having fun on the boat right now. Look at these people. So, onward and upward, guys. I'll see you soon. Please like, subscribe, and share this video today.